What is a deck? Nothing but a miserable pile of staples! Have at ye! Imagine a format where you have no staples, because you can craft no cards, open no bundles, buy no structure decks. Imagine a challenge run where all you have is 80 random Yu-Gi-Oh cards and your own will to survive. Could you win even a single duel on the Master Duel ladder? If you can, you'll be rewarded with one additional pack to add to your collection, plus whatever legacy packs you pick up along the way. Use them wisely, because in a Masochist run, that's all you'll be getting, and every card counts. I'm Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and it's time for me to fulfill my destiny. Like Simo before me, I will take up Yu-Gi-Oh's most difficult challenge and try my best to reach the top of the Master Duel ladder under the most insane conditions possible. Grab a snack and lean back, cause it's gonna be a long and bumpy ride. Last time on Master Duel Masochist.
Shang. You know, this is in my opinion what Masochist is all about. It's an experienced player with a bunch of jank versus an inexperienced player with like a tier 2 deck. Or not tier 2. No! Silent Honor Arc! Fuck! That can out the Chen Ying. We're down to 1K. Come on, top deck. Can we get something worth top decking? Ha! 07's in the chat for my opponent. They fought that surprisingly well. At least it was a good back and forth duel. We almost had him.
We're on that go first life, baby. No one goes first as much as we do. Nobody. We did open with a worm, so there's that. Chat, would you still like me if I was a worm? Haha, ho ho, hee hee, far far. Not to be confused with Farfa. If a monster you control is destroyed, yeah. So this lets us get a Yang Zing out of our deck. If a monster is destroyed, so let's just go ahead and set Warrior Daigeffer. And then we can get that Path of our engine on, possibly. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. They just OTK. Can they OTK over 3,000? Tachyon. Let's go and activate this now. Probably should have done that before. But we did thankfully miss the counter trap. There we go. So this is a spell trap effect, so they can't negate it. It does stop monster effects though, so they can stop the float from the Yang Zing potentially. It depends what they build here. Oh, Harbinger. Ah, they go into the new Titanic. Oh, that one eats like spell traps, doesn't it? Target up to 2 spell traps, attach them. I never stood a chance. Yeah, that's just over. Unfortunate. What's this, like our 10th one coin toss in a row? We're going crazy, go nuts. Haha. Oh, hey. Well, we finally got Arch Nemesis Protoss, but we don't got anything to, like, help with it. I think we just set this. Set this. Set one of these, and hope they don't have like Feather Duster. We're looking at a 56 card deck with 10 extra, so I'm feeling good about our chances. Probably not the most consistent competitive deck. And there's Raigeki. Will we float on Raigeki? Yes. Haha! You fool!
Huh?
Really? They're like, if my Raigeki don't clear the board instantly, I'm done. Got him, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm curious what they were playing that they were like, fuck, if you got Yang Zings, I'm done. Destroy should mean destroy. The fuck? You're playing like Dark Magician with Dragoon Turbo? Why you're like, you know, I may have 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion, but how am I supposed to beat a Yang Zing? You know, it's for the best. I didn't want to fight them anyway. Alright, we managed to get 4 more legacy packs. Those are pretty cool, right? Who didn't like a good legacy pack from time to time? We got Voltic Kong. If this inflicts damage to your opponent, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard for every light you control. Rare Ape Mill, which has never seen any play. Reborn Zombie. While you have no cards in your hand, and this card is in attack position, it can't be destroyed by battle. How ominous. Turbo Rocket we already have. Kumu Toko. A massive intelligent spider that traps its enemies with webbings. As most spiders do. Beautiful Head Huntress. Scroll of Bewitchment. Declare one attribute. The equipped monster becomes that attribute. Just going around making everything into wind. I don't have any actual, like, game plan reason for doing that. I just like to humiliate them. Discard a card, destroy all continuous traps. Elemental Burst. Good if we ever make a consistent 60-card paleo build. Otherwise, useless. Let's get our master pack. It is a master pack. What do you think about that? Are you gonna open it up and then see a heart attack? Ha! Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought it said tremendous triangle. It's just a mysterious triangle. It don't look that mysterious. There's aliens there. That ain't that spooky. I mean, it's awful. I ain't playing no aliens. We got Awakening the Possessed, which we already have. BES Terran, which is some BS. Bonding DHO, which is Hydrageddon support. We ain't playing that. Trickstar Crimson Heart, which we already have. Kasha, I love this card. I made a deck based around this way back when I first started Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's very funny. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by controlling 2 or more zombies. This card is summoned. Shuffle all other monsters on the field into the deck, and if you do, this card's attack becomes 1,000 times the number of monsters shuffled into the deck this way, whose original type was zombies. So you flood the deck with zombies, you stall really well, and then your opponent gets out a big board and you go, hey, non-targeting shuffle everything into the deck and I got a 5,000. Was it good? No. Did it win me any games? No. But it is funny. It's nice whenever you have something that has just like absolutely busted removal. Maybe one day, Kasha. Maybe one day. Buster Blaster. I was like, this isn't Buster Blader. I know Buster Blader and you're not him. This is Buster Blaster, which is fundamentally different. It's a union card, which I mean, we do stand unions, but not on cards. Once per turn, you can target a monster you control, equip it, or unequip it. While equipped, the monster loses 500 attack and defense, but if it destroys a monster by battle, destroy all monsters on the field with the same monster type. Okay, so it has the potential to be a board wipe, but like only battle-themed and type-themed and you lose attack, so probably not good. What's this SR card? That's pretty good, you know, 6 Samurai. This is like one of the free ones. If you control a samurai, summon it. All your samurais get more attack. We do have quite a few samurais. I still don't think we have enough to make a deck around it, but having one of these definitely helps. Let's jump back into the deck, or into the duels. All right, one more win and we rank up. We finally lost a coin toss. Will they make us go first like all the other people we've played today? Oh, they thinking. No, we're actually going second. Okay, I think this is the first time we've gone second in 3 hours, which is absolutely nutty. Fortunately, I don't think our opponent has a chance. We're going up against Sir Bricks. How good could Sir Bricks be? Surely his deck is full of bricks. Ignore the fact that it's a slim, consistent 40-card pile. Swords of Revealing Light. I see. And Soul Absorption. I see. So it's a stall fest then. Runic? I certainly hope not. Oh, brother. They're like, I have so many life points. How could I lose? If I had a consistent deck, you wouldn't stand a chance. Unfortunately, getting around Eater of Millions is going to be kind of tricky. Yeah, so setting this don't do anything, this don't do anything, this don't do anything. Oh wait, lost win. I'm dumb. Yeah, actually, we're fine. Let's go ahead and rescue Rabbit. We'll give them 300 more life points. But what does that matter at this point? Caboozles. Cabozzles. Hop and Stop Incorporated. We're gonna do it. Let's get Logia just to prevent them from doing anything else crazy. And, I guess... No, there's no reason to set that. Why didn't we Vessel while we had Caboozles on there? I didn't think about it. Yeah, we have to do this now, unfortunately, which means they won't crash, which is what I was hoping for. But maybe they don't know what negated means, chat. Ah, I see. Old school. Kick it old school. Ba-da-da-ba-boop-ba-boop-ba-boop. Unfortunately, I can't activate that during the damage step. We're gonna be here for a while. Let's send this guy, and we'll add this. And then we'll set this in case they try to do something. Now, one more turn of swords, and then we can summon, what's his name? Lock them out of dark monsters. That would be cool. Uh-oh! Yeah, I don't want to take 4,000 damage, chat. We're just gonna tribute that off. Let's grab ourselves Protoss. It's not big enough to kill us yet. It is still big. For what reason would you do that? I mean, you're not punished this time, but you easily could have been. Ah, they're not doing it. I see. Okay, there's Yitao. Super, really. Okay, we're just gonna try this and hope they don't have, like, in-perm set. So we're gonna use that. The monster is banished by card effect. I guess this doesn't count as card effect. Let's go fire. They get popped. Storming Mirror Force. I mean, I guess we'll see. We've got a lot of life points to chew through. Dimensional Fissure. Yeah, we're good. I mean, we are still slow. All their stuff is like 1-for-1 removal. It's like a very old school style deck. Eventually, if they keep stalling, if they have another Grand Maju, we'll be in trouble. Long Lawn is still in the deck. True. Oh, well, I guess we got everything back, chat. Yeah. Mystery Shell. We're going to Alumirage. And then we're just going to make Samurai Destroyer. Gotta punch him for another 5 turns. What if your battle traps didn't do anything? What would you do about that? Now, that's the only thing that you could possibly say about this, is that it maybe buys them some turns. It doesn't win them the game. It's not an effective strategy in most cases. Yep, you can't activate anything during the damage step, buddy. It literally says you cannot activate effects until the end of the damage step. And this says after damage calculation, which is in the damage step. Why game bug moment? Raigeki, oh brother, you're gonna be disappointed how this works out. Edison didn't prepare you for the Samurai Destroyer, but it came back. Oh, there's Chi-Win again. Okay. Anyway, Mystery Shell Dragon battle. Okay, they're down below 7,000 now. Surely we want to search for the counter trap. Oh, it's any Tenyi card. That's why I was like, what do we have that's a Tenyi? Now they're reading. They're like, okay, I can still do this one, right? Another 1,000 to Gryffindor. I have a way to get your life points down real quick. Behold, the 1,000-degree knife. It's back from 2009 to claim your soul. Gain 200. Attack again. Gain 200. Look at where your 18,000 life points have gotten you. You still lost, just slower. Never approach me in my samurai again. Oh yeah, and that was our rank up. I feel like we earned it. I feel like we deserve to get a rank up after that. Alright, Master Pack number 1 for defeating the Stall-tastic Banisher. We got Persistence, and the Persistent gives us Shining Draw. To activate this card, draw it for your normal draw phase. Reveal it. Keep it revealed until main phase 1. If you let your opponent stop seeing it during the standby, the effect fizzles. During the main phase, that same turn, you can target a Utopia Ixie then activate one of these effects. Equip any number of ZW monsters or special summon a Utopia with a different name from your extra deck. Okay, so not especially good. Next up, we got FA Test Run, which is good in FAs, but we don't have enough of those to make it work. We got Mist Valley Baby Rock. This was that football player, right? Sent from the hand of the graveyard, you can special summon it when you can. Misses the timing, unfortunately. Cosmo Lightsword, we already have. The Mad Mauler, we already have. Good zombie support. Vylon Filament, bad Vylon support. Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit, if only your opponent controls a monster, special summon this. Can't attack the turn it's summoned this way. So it's not good going second, unless you want to make ranked 6s, or I guess you can make like synchros and stuff with this. You can also, or when this card is tributed, special summon a dragon normal from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and its attack and defense becomes 0. If you don't know anything about the heretic dragons, they're all about like getting a bunch of dragons onto the field and it makes their effects 0, so you can only use them for Ixies, back when they were worried about that. And our final card is another 6 Samurai. We were just talking about how we don't have any doubles. Now we have a double. It's a double of like the worst 6 Samurai, but we have it. Alright, here's pack number 2. This is for ranking up. For having the consistency to persistence to keep going. Hypernova Burst! Banish face down from your hand or field 2 monsters that cannot be normal summoned and draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 per turn. So it's basically discard 3 to draw 2, which is not good, because they have to be banished face down and like nothing triggers when they're banished face down, which is why it's never seen any play. Dimensional Allotrope Varus. Wasn't Varus like a character in the Link, the Vrains? Is this a Vrains card? Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same type and attribute as this card. You can declare 1 monster type and attribute. This card becomes that type and attribute until the end of your opponent's turn. Weird. The art looks more modern, but it looks like one of those really old synchro cards where they're like, the way you synchro summon is by stalling on one card for a turn, and then normal summoning a tuner on the next turn. It has 0/0, what's the point? Yeah. There's a lot of early Ixies that are like that too. And they weren't really good, but like there's a whole bunch of Battle and Boxer stuff where it's like, yeah, you have to normal summon this and it only has 1,000, but it can't be destroyed by the first attack. So, you know, theoretically you go first, your opponent can't beat over it because they just have 1 normal summon, and the next turn, you get another level 4 and now you can overlay. Unlikely though. Next up, we got a 3rd Mad Mauler. That's unusual. We got Train Connection. Equipped to an Earth Machine by banishing 2 level 10 or higher. It becomes double its original attack and it does piercing. Neat in theory, but never seen much play. We got another Ladybug, which we got earlier today. We got TG Power Gladiator, which requires TG monsters, so we'll probably never summon it. And I think all it does is, I didn't even read it. It just does piercing. And if this card is destroyed, draw a card. Ooh. We got another Tefnuit and Evolution Endburst, which is an Overload fusion thing. Weird that like 3 of the 9 cards here are all cards we've opened today already. But I guess they heard us complaining about a lack of doubles. I still would really like more Pacifist cards or more Tenyi cards. Please, the Tenyi Link 1, that would be cool. Well, someone's about to rank up. Let's see if we can ruin their day. We get to go first. Maybe we'll get some traps. Maybe we'll make some kind of long wand or something. Maybe we'll make a short wand. Who knows? Maybe it won't even load because they saw that they lost the coin toss and then they surrendered. No, okay. We're still here. We're still living. We got both the Rescue Rabbits and Kabuzals. Son of a bitch. If we didn't have this Kabuzals in our hand, we could summon this and make Lagia, or we could use this, get the 2 dark monsters, which are worms, and then make Evil Swarm Nightmare. But if we do that, the only thing we can search with Painful Decision is, what's his name? Dai Geffer, which is like awful. You know what, I'd rather have the Chen Ying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this. We're gonna see if they Ash Blossom it. And we're just gonna get the Dai Geffers. I'm realizing this is a 30 or 44 card deck with 9 card extra deck. So we might be fine. And we're just going to make the only thing we can make, which is Malevolent Sin. Then we're going to Painful Decision. We're going to send the Mystery Shell to grab the Mystery Shell because this is a worm which we can now use for Long Wan. So we get Long Wan, we get our token, and this doesn't really give us any disruption or anything, but it gives 2 monsters for them to chew through, and the only thing we have to worry about is Nibiru. If they Nibiru here, then we will have been thoroughly owned. But we won't go quietly into the night. They'll take 1,200. Your move, Bogrius. Dark Ruler no more. I may be in danger. Apprentice Illusion, okay, add a Dark Majekin. Banish. Oh, you can just do that? Well, this is the only thing I have that beats Dragoon, and unfortunately they had Dark Ruler no more. That's not Dragoon. For every spell in the graveyard and banishment. So it gains 300, which means it's over there. They discard Blue Eyes, they summon Timaeus. Huh. They're using the one that can get over 3,000 to get that. I feel like they've made a critical error here. That's a good pickup. Well, we're still living. Let's go ahead and attack this. It's a pity, again, we just went through all of our normal monsters, so the second rescue rabbit is useless. Rarely happens. The dragon dies on its own, I think. But banish it during the end phase of the next turn. Oh, I didn't read that part.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so it's gone anyway. I thought maybe it would be unaffected by its own spell. That's unfortunate. But they didn't make Dragoon. Yeah, I'll use this effect. You don't have a negate. So I'll banish you. And does this have a graveyard effect? I don't know, but I don't want you using it. They really just had this game on a silver platter, and I don't know how they messed it up so bad. If I find out, like, here in a few minutes that they had Dragoon the whole time, and just chose not to summon it, I'm gonna be really confused. Okay, I was worried about that. That had the potential to kill us. Now it is gone. They just battling over our rabbit. That's fine. He'll go out in style. In Shenying we trust. It's been surprisingly effective. Yeah. I think it's obvious what we do. We just go into battle. Get rid of that. Main phase 2. We'll set the floaty thing. And see what you got. Okay, Magician's Rod. Okay. I think this is our first chance to actually do this thing. Special summon a Yang Zing. Yeah. Yeah, they got no targets. This thing isn't Dark Magician. Book of Moon! Do we just go in? This is like Tatooine will kick you with like a desert power. Okay. They're showing me their eternal soul. Usually take me out to dinner first, you know, please. They do have 1,000 knives. Good to know. Hit him with the poke. 37. Wow. There we go. I thought we were doom screwed. I guess they just don't have Dragoon. They're just saving up to get the Dragoon stuff. That's the only thing I can assume. Let's look and see. Let's be surprised perhaps together. No Dragoon. They do have Miasma Necromancer. I never even seen this card before. Quintet Magician. Yeah, they're just not playing Dragoon for some reason. Alright, this time we didn't rank up. We don't have any legacies, so this is one fine master pack. Oh, shooby-doo-wop, shooby-doo-ay-ha. I don't know what it is about that. It's just in my soul. You got Revival Golem, pretty good rock monster. Something to use with our Adamanticators if we ever get more. It's sent to the graveyard. You can either summon it or add it to your hand. And it's a level 4. Tri-Brigade Oath. Target one link monster you control. Special summon a beast, beast warrior, or winged beast with a different type from your hand or graveyard. Control at least one of each of the tri-types. Banish this from your graveyard. Target one face-up spell trap your opponent controls. Negate its effect until the end of this turn. Interesting. Probably not great. I do like the art where he's like, Shureg is talking to Albaz. You know, I wish they would make more of that story. Vampire Red Baron. I love your pizza. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000. Target one monster your opponent controls and one other vampire they control. Switch control of them. At the end of the battle phase, if this destroyed a monster by battle, summon it from the graveyard to your field. Classic vampire, you know, just mesmerizing people. We need a lot of vampires to make this work. Dogmatica Ashian. I believe this is Vega from Street Fighter, just after he found Jesus. If a Fusion, Synchro, Ixie, or Link is sent to the graveyard, you can summon this from your hand. If this is summoned from the hand, you can target a Dogmatica in your graveyard and add it to your hand. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, make all Dogmatica gain 500. Not too terrible if you were playing a pure Dogmatica deck, like a janky one, but it seems unlikely. We need a whole bunch of specific extra deck stuff to make that work. Strategist of the Ice Barrier, you get to draw a card. Who doesn't like to draw a card? Turnabout, we already have, and we ain't doing it. Gusto Vadir, we already have, and ain't doing it. And what's this one? Was this the card that'll make it a fine master pack? Abyss Actor Hyper Director. Huh. This is one of those pickups that makes me like, all the Abyss actors we have might be useful now, because it's a Link 1 that can be made with any of them. Like, any Abyss actor just makes Hyper Director. Target one card in your Pendulum Zone, summon it, then place an Abyss actor with a different name from your deck, or face-up extra deck to your Pendulum Zone, and then you're locked into Abyss actors. Yeah, we'd need a lot of them, but most of the Abyss actors are kind of low rarity, so... who knows? Maybe. I ain't gonna be looking at it for now. We're kind of getting, it's getting a little bit late. We're getting to the end of our time, but we'll do a few more, see if we can get a couple more wins in there. High stakes battle, doo-doo-doo. High stakes battle, what will we do? We'll go second, apparently. It's weird, every time we lose the coin toss, it feels like it takes our opponents a while to really consider what they want to do. I mean, this is kind of decent going second. Everything else sucks. This is a dead card. This is a dead card. Fortunately, it maybe looks like they bricked. They got a 14 card extra deck, 43 card deck, which is strange. They do have the Ghost Bell mate, so they made it all the way through the Dice Festival. Ah, Dragon Maids. That's not a good normal summon, though. So we might have a chance. Can we get a monster that we could summon? I guess I should have specified. Huh? I guess it didn't matter. We didn't even have to do anything. I don't know. Well, sure, I'll take free stuff. Fine, fine. Silver one, here we come. I'll just like open a couple packs real quick. Sure. Who needs to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, pack number 1 for beating our opponent in a duel. You know, you don't have to give me anything good on this one. You know, I understand. We got the Forbidden Arts of the Gishki. Ritual summon a Gishki by tributing monsters anywhere on the field. But the level of the ritual monster its attack becomes halved and you can't do your battle phase. It has to be exact level, so it's not quite super poly, but it tries. Mind Drain. Well, if we get up more into Platinum and something like Dragon, what's it called? Draco Tail is still really powerful. This is a really good floodgate. Just no hand activations. Enjoy. Inzektor Gauntlet we already have and is not good. Mini Ruka. When a water monster effect is activated, you can special summon this from your hand. You can banish a face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua you control. Target a card on the field. Negate its effects until the end of the opponent's turn. So, not terrible. It's a good extender. I know this from Goaty, but I'm sure it's good to a bunch of water decks. Next, we got Neutron Blast. Target a fusion-summoned Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon you control. It can make a second and third attack, and when it does, your opponent can't activate cards. I don't think I'll be doing that. Fortune Lady Earth, we already have. The Weather Painter Sunny Canvas is not good except in... No, it's just not good. I'll just end that statement. And Corridor of Agony, another weird, wacky floodgate that's not good now, but maybe someday. Monsters summoned from the main deck can't activate their effects. Their effects are negated. They can't declare attacks as long as they're on the field. And then we get one more bonus master pack for ranking into Silver 1. I like quotes. What is with the doubles today? A second Inzektor Gauntlet? What are the chances? Ancient Gear Golem is good if we want to make Ancient Gears, but otherwise useless. Double or nothing. If we get Utopia double, now we'll be set. I think we also need a Utopia. Watt Pheasant we already have. Go, the Gallant Ninja, or is it Joe? When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent must discard 2 cards, but only if they have 5 cards in their hand, which is unlikely if this is attacking. Arcana Force 3, the Empress, which is useless. Ixie Revenge Shuffle. When a face-up Ixie monster is targeted for an attack, target an Ixie in your graveyard, return that face-up attack target to the extra deck, then special summon this card's target from the graveyard, attach this to it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using that one. And Rainbow Reflection, which is for Rainbow Dragon. Okay, let's move on. Here we are in Silver 1. We're doing stuff. We're gonna have some fun. We haven't been winning coin tosses lately, which makes sense. We had to pay the piper eventually. Although it hasn't seemed to stop us from winning. We've been having some unfortunate opponents. This is an interesting hand. We got a 6-card extra deck. We got an Earth, so we can activate this. We do special summon this, and if both were Earths... Uh-oh. More Tenyis! Oh, they're just using them to make, like, Utopia stuff. Is this the Utopia... Wait, why are you setting a card? Duel Links player? Then they go to Utopia Ray. And then they hyper rank up Magic. You get a rank 10 or higher Utopic. So Dragonar. Wait, is this the FTK? I think there's an FTK bot. So they get Numeron Dragon, who becomes big. Question is, do they have the FTK? They become 13,000. We'll see, they have to actually have it. Tribute a monster. They gain life points equal to its attack. Yeah, and then they activate this, which lets them special summon a monster that says if they gain life points, it inflicts that much. We don't. We lose! Yep, Manipulator of Shadow. Let's get out of here before we get a thing. High stakes battle for our opponents and not for me. Let's see what they got. Let's see if we'll be free. We're going on in with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Going on in, and my name is Hardleg. Wondering what we can get from them. Wondering if the cards are Zen. Wow, I don't think we've seen this the entire time we've played. White Sunfish. You got like the derpy face. You're like, ooh. Lancia. Oh, brother. Lancia and Keef? They haven't banished? Not yet. Ah, Sykes. The question is, we have a way to get to our, whatchamacallit, our dude. But will we get enough monster? Well, that'll help. 3 monsters with different types in the graveyard. So we discard this. We'll have a fire, a thing. So let's try this. I think we go for Diegeffer? No, we go for Kabuzal, so we have a water. Oh, wait, it's fine as long as they have a water. Gonna do this. I think we discard this. Unfortunately, they get to summon off of this guy. Okay, they're going for Shift. Time for them to shift into maximum overdrive. Ascan. Ah. Yep, and then we tribute this. Be like, you can't fire me, I quit. Yeah, I don't need to summon out of the extra deck at the moment. So we Heavenly Dragon Cycle, and we search for Protoss. And then we've got a fire, a dark, and a water. Fortunately, if a monster is summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of those monsters and a banished fish. Yeah, we need to somehow bait that out beforehand. Coelacanth. It's a weird thing to search. Since you got a banish, we're going to normal summon Caboozles. Can't we just go to battle? Oh yeah, good point. Fuck you, Keith. Yeah, and then we just do this. Sure, why not?
And we activate this, and we say water. Next turn, there won't be a next turn. Go Minerva! Go Mystery Shell! Go Chaos Mirage! And Protoss, bring it on home! Shout out to Protoss for being a fair and balanced card. We did it. We finally got Protoss. It only took 1,000,000 attempts. But, you know, I'm glad that when we did summon it, it did what we needed. Alright, we got 6 legacy packs. Let's open them up real quick. Probably the last ones of the night. Hoo-ha-ha! Drill Synchron. He's got this weird combination of, I'm excited to be here, and the eyes like, please kill me. Anyway, it's a level 3 tuner, and if a warrior monster attacks a defense position monster, does piercing. And if you inflict piercing, you can draw a card. Yay. Lockcat. When this card is normal summoned, select a level 1 beast in your graveyard, special summon it, its effects are negated. So we can make our level 4 Melfi synchro, if we have a level 1 tuner. Nuvia the Wicked, just like weird face hands man. Grimace. If this monster is normal summoned, destroy it. Well, that's a fine howdy do. If your opponent controls any monster, decrease the attack of this by 200 for every monster. Yeah, so you gotta set it, and then flip it up, and then you have a 2,000, but only while your opponent has nothing. You know, what we would do early on to get 2,000 attack. Medusa Worm, this is good in the dang old Pac-Man deck. I think we already have one of these. Just flip, destroy a monster, once per turn you can flip it back down. Elemental Hero, Neo Bubble Man! You can only summon this by sending Hero Bubble Man and Metamorphosis from your hand to the graveyard, which means it's effectively a banned card, because the only way to summon it is to use a banned card, or like cheat it out somehow, ignore the summoning conditions. Naturia Tulip, that's another Naturia that's not good. Every time your opponent activates a spell trap, all Naturias gain 500 attack. So against Sky Striker, it would be a force to be reckoned with. Weather control. This creature controls the weather and is often the cause of mountain storms. You know, I'd really like to make a list of all the different mythological creatures that are said to control the weather, just to compare them to this. You know, you got like Zeus, you got like Thor, and then like this guy just kind of hanging off over by the side. You cannot use one of your spell trap zones. Does that include the one that this is in? During your draw phase, if you control another mystical card of light, you can draw 2 cards instead of 1. From an age when games lasted longer. Spirit Burner. Change the battle position of an equipped monster to defense. When the equipped monster is returned to the hand, inflict 600 damage. This card is in the graveyard. You can add it to your hand instead of conducting your normal draw. I have no idea what this would do. Dark Coffin. Look at that little guy. He's planning all sorts of shenanigans. When this face-down card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, your opponent either discards a card in their hand or selects a monster on their side of the field and destroy it. This is literally just like MST bait. Just if they destroy it, something bad happens. Level Conversion Lab. Select a monster in your hand, show it to your opponent, roll a 6-sided die. If the result is 1, send the monster to the graveyard. The result is 2 through 6. The level of the monster becomes equal to the result until the end of the turn. Yeah, what was it? I remember this being useful in like a couple limited series where like there's some famous I think it was one of the battle pack drafts where it was really hard to get like high level monsters out, but you could turn them into like level 3s and then normal summon them. Very funny. But none of these are useful. Let's get our master pack. We're master packing, we're getting it up. We're master packing and we're flipping this card over here. Monadium Fearless, just another Monadium card. They all do the same thing, synchro summon. Elemental Hero Phoenix Enforcer. Must be fusion summoned. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Watch out, we got a badass over here. Ooh, Hardened Armed Dragon. This is not treated as an armed dragon card. You can special summon this by sending a level 8 or higher monster from your hand to the graveyard. If you tribute this for a level 7 or higher monster, that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. And remember using this in like a cheesy old tribute summon deck? There's a couple older cards that like have really strong effects but must be tribute summoned. Unfortunately, I think it's beyond its prime, but I mean, it doesn't say it can't be used for like synchros or ixies or anything, so Maybe we can find a use for it someday, but probably not today. Next up, we got Rise Bell, the Star Adjuster. We already got this. We got Tempo, the Percussion Jin. 2 level 3s. During either player's turn, you can detach to target a face-up Ixie monster your opponent controls. Detach a material from that, and if you do, all Jins gain 500 attack. So it's anti-Ixie support. Plunder, patrol, ship shape, ship shipping. Fusion, summon a fiend fusion from your extra deck using monsters on your field. You can use this to make the Fiendsmith fusions. Can banish this card from your graveyard, target a plunder, control, equip the emblem or whatever. Yeah, it's just plunder, patrol support. Oh? Dark Samorg, you say? While face up on the field, this card is also wind. You can summon this from your hand or graveyard by banishing a Dark and Wind. Your opponent cannot set cards. I had a friend, shout out to Aimless James, who famously had a deck among our friend group that was the most annoying thing in the world, because it was like Dark Samorg Turbo with anti-spell fragrance. So he would make it so you have to set your spells before you activate them, and then this says you can't set your spells. So you just can't activate spells or traps at all. He'd lock you into monster effects. Very brutal, very effective. Not sure if it's good these days or if we could make a Dark Wind, but who knows? Maybe the people on the Patreon will come up with something. Lord knows I ain't gonna brew with it. And our last card is Wicked Serpent Knight Dragon. You contribute 1 dark monster from your hand or field to special summon this from your hand. It only uses effect once per turn. When this card is destroyed by battle, target 1 monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard, and summon this card. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not like amazing or anything, and I would need a lot more dark monsters. And unfortunately, at least in the deck we're playing now, there's a big emphasis on playing a whole bunch of different attributes so that we can use them for Protoss. But if we ever go in, like, this might be really good in the Synchro deck, because if I recall, that has a whole lot of dark monsters, and also having a level 7 we can special summon that keeps recurring itself might be pretty good. So yeah, we'll probably use this at some point, but again, not today. For now, let's see if we get one more win, get into gold before the end of the night. It's the final duel now. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Hopefully this loads or I didn't sing everything for nothing. Come on. Come on. There we go. It took a moment, but they made it. Bot maybe? Could be. Has bot-like name. 45 cards. This hand is Stinky Doo-Doo Poo-Poo. I guess Lost Wind isn't terrible. It sucks that we only have 1 Earth monster and it's like the one we want to set. Maybe someday, Lithosagem. Maybe someday. Maybe this is a bot. It sucks because I sang the whole song and everything. Ancient Gearbox, eh? That's not usually something you want to normal summon. For better or worse, that does have more damage than we do. Yeah, we'll use this. Let's just get our tuna. We got Chi Wen, Light of the Yangzing. I figure we get that, and then the fastest way to close out a game is to just make the Speedroid. Yeah, unfortunate. We put in so much time and effort for like a cool thing, and then it was just a guy. It was just a bot. Or it wasn't a guy. In the rank up even, yeah, we'll just go for Chambara. We'll come back if something interesting happens, but I suspect that it won't. Although you do get to see the 1000-degree knife again real quick. Let's see that again. Knife. Anyway, it was probably a bot, and we're just gonna kill it. We'll finish it with Protoss. I guess we could have, but I was just trying to get out of here. We got it. What an anticlimactic last couple of duels. But, you know, a win is a win. We managed to make our way into gold. Fortunately, because of the event, we won't be playing in gold, which is sad because I've got all these, like, packs I need to open, and I can only open them if I win a duel in gold. But by the time I play this next, like, February's a short month. We're at the very end already. It's just gonna be over. All right, let's close out with one more pack opening session. We've got two legacy packs we can crack open. See what we got. Looks like Guardian of the Labyrinth, a monster that guards the entrance to the Netherworld. Aren't you a Link monster now? I guess you got a glow up. And Chrysalis with Pantail, which is like one of the most useless things of all time, unfortunately. And then this claims to have an SR, and it does. Gather Your Mind. The epitome of just deck thinning. You just grab another Gather Your Mind. I'm still waiting for the support of this, where it's like, you know, the mind gathered, and you must reveal 3 Gather Your Mind from your hand in order to do something. That would be cool. And then let's check out this one. Pendulum Area. Any area is a pendulum area if you summon a pendulum in it. If all monsters you control are pendulums, target 2 cards in the pendulum zones, destroy them, and if you do, neither player can summon for the rest of the turn, except by pendulum summon. I guess that's a cool floodgate if I play a pendulum deck. Might as well try it. Sure. Who knows? Anyway, let's get our last 2 master packs. Alright, first master pack. Let's open it up. What are we getting? We beat a bot, and that gets us Fiend Reflection of the Millennium. This card battles a monster. Neither player can be destroyed by that battle. Oh, it's an illusion. Only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can place it in the spell trap zone as a continuous spell. It just willingly enters the back rooms. Your opponent activates a card or effect while this is a continuous spell. Special summon it, gain life points equal to half the attack of one monster on the field. Doesn't seem especially useful. Maybe if we get more Millennium stuff. Paladin of Felgrand, we already have. Maybe for the level 7 or 8 dragon. XX Saber Emmer's Blade. This card is destroyed by battle. Summon a level 4 lower X Saber from the deck. Probably not even good back in the day, unfortunately. Expendable Die. Tribute a warrior, target a card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw 1 card. I mean, if I ever do play that warrior deck, this is a pretty good card for warriors. Realm of Light is the Lightsworn field spell that doesn't see play even in old Lightsworn decks. Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. They couldn't resist giving me 1 more Elemental Hero. You can discard a card, target a monster on the field with attack less than or equal to the attack of this card, destroy it. I love removal that only works on cards that you could destroy by battle anyway. I mean, I guess it gets rid of like a Marshmallow or whatever. Machina Peacekeeper, one of the unfortunately weakest Machina cards, but if we make Earth Machine, maybe it's not completely useless. And Dollhouse, which we already have and is not good. Okay, we gotta rank up into gold. We get 1 more pack. And we close it out with something cool and interesting that gives us a lot of hope for next time. I mean, I still got a lot of hope for next time, because this deck has been performing exceptionally well. Hopefully, if there's not a big event next time, we can just start in silver, rush our way through gold, and then play in gold and get a bunch of bonus packs. Miracle Fertilizer, good for plants, which we don't have, but maybe someday. Edge Imp Scythe. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, reveal this from your hand. Fusion summon a Frightfur Fusion from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including this card. If a Frightfur Fusion you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this from your graveyard instead. Yeah, this is exceptionally good. We need to have the Frightfur Whale specifically. I think there's like a couple other Frightfur Fusions that can make it, but the Whale specifically with this makes that playable. And this is an R card, so we could potentially get more of them and actually have like a playable, at least fluffle engine, perhaps. This gives us a lot of potential. There's another Yang Zing. I might put another Yang Zing in there. I mean, it is the one with 1900 attack, which is significant. I really still want more Tenyis. Can this be a Tenyi, please? No, it's Triple Burst Dragon, which is not terrible. It's a Link 3 that does something. During the damage step, when a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, you can negate it. This is really good against these like silver stall decks that have a whole bunch of battle traps, because it just negates like Mirror Force and stuff. It also does piercing, and during the main phase, except the turn this was summoned, you can tribute it, target a Link 2 in your graveyard, summon it, then summon a dragon from your hand. Probably not going to be doing that last part, but the first ones are, you know, it's decent enough. It's a good pickup. Royal Straight. I mean, I wish I was royal. But I'll never be royal. You can't call me Queen Bee or whatever. You get either way. Next up, we got Delta Crow, anti-reverse. If you control 3 Blackwings, destroy all spell traps. If you control exactly 3 Blackwings, you can activate this from your hand. I don't have enough Blackwings to make this work. Synchro Fusionist, which we already have and is goofy. And our last card of the night, Dried Winds. If you gain life points, target a face-up monster your opponent controls. destroy it. If you control an aroma monster and your life points are at least 3,000 higher than your opponent's, pay life points equal to the difference. Destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls whose combined attack is less than or equal to the life points you paid. Only use each effect once per turn. Not a terrible pickup if we could make a life gain deck, but those are really rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not a whole lot of payoffs, but, you know, we do have some stuff, so maybe someday. For now, though, we're gonna call it. Thanks again for joining me. Those of you on YouTube, those of you, especially here on Twitch, keeping me company, keeping me sane over the time, getting to enjoy the karaoke and everything. I'll remind you once more, as always, that if you really like the show, if you want to support it, the best way to do so is to join the Patreon. Patreon.com/hardleggaming. Just like you give me $2 a month, and that is way more money than I would get from all the ads that you could potentially watch. You know, if you're watching stuff with ads, put on an ad blocker and get Patreon instead. I would much rather appreciate that. And if not, you know, that's cool. Liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff really helps out. It's a small series, but people seem to really love it. Thank you all again. Thanks also to Mr. Metal, the editor. And until next time, good luck and have fun.